leaders for the discussion. Today we are going to have the discussion on the cooperative learning delivered by Ms. Novi. Before we start with our discussion, we would like to hear the opinions of the boards.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kumar. Thanks to all the only one that have given us opportunity today to have a discussion in these lovely situations where we know outside is rain, but we still can Allah still give us a health so we can handle our meeting today. And I would like to say sorry from the headmaster because he is not here right now. He is outside. So as a vice principal, I try to open this teacher phone. So we will have discussed about anything that we get from the previous lesson, from maybe from the teacher outside, or from the lecturer, or from the course or something. We can share here for all of the English teacher, and then next time we can deliver it and we can try to use cooperative learning that Ms. Nafi will give us today in our class. Actually, cooperative learning is something that not new, but sometimes we really come to use it in our class because we only want to use the old methods to teach. So maybe, and we hope by listening to this cooperative learning, we can get some information, new methodological and new model technique to teach in our classroom. So thank you very much for this occasion that all of the teachers can join. And next time for the first week, yes, the first week every month we can have this meeting again with a full member. Today we know that Mr. Ujang got sick, so we pray for him that Allah will give him better very soon, and it is not right here, there is a duty outside. Thank you very much for the time that you have given to me, and next time we will talk about learning. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the instructions. Hopefully we will have an in-depth discussion about cooperative learning. So let's listen to Ms. Nafi's discussion about cooperative learning. So Ms. Nafi,
okay. Thank you, Suma. I think it's better to share the information that we got from previous NGNP last week or 2 weeks ago. And the title or the situation that we have meeting last week is about cooperative learning. That we have this word used it in our classroom, but just for remembering for all of the teachers here that can apply it again. Maybe some of us forgot to use this technique. Maybe we just use the conventional one, and it makes our students become boring and in the teaching time. Okay, as we know that there are 4 principles that I got the information from MGMP last week. The first one is individual continuity, positive independence, equal participation, and stimulus direction. Okay, next. Okay, and this goal of this principle is to make all of the students in the classroom participate in teaching and learning participation. And while the teaching and learning are in the classroom. And there is no free rider in the classroom. There is no one student that just keep silent and just ask the player or the students to work in the classroom or in the group. The first one is individual accountability. As we carry together the vision in this principle, every student must be responsible to themselves and also to the groups. So if one teacher gives the material for the students. They have down the material individually, and also if the teacher asks them to work in groups, they have to be responsible for the performance of the groups. This is the explanation. And the next one, equal participation. Equal is the same responsibilities in the classroom, and also the same chance for the students to participate their participation in the classroom, and they have to make cooperation and cooperative learning with the groups members for the groups. And like we read here, there is no free rider in this classroom. So for each student, there is no one student that will dominantly active in the classroom. It means that the students must participate. All the students must be active. There is no one keep silent, there is no free rider. So maybe in our classroom, some students speak or talking exact or out of the material of the classroom. So the teacher also be clever to make the students become focused in the materials and the teaching process at the time. Yes, next. Positive independence. In this positive independence, we are sure that each student must have their own, what we call it, their own ability, their own cleverness. So in one group, for example, there is one student that can or clever in IT, for example, and maybe in one group there is a student that have much vocabulary rather than other students. And maybe in one group there is a student that can speak very well rather than their friends. So in one group they have to cooperate together to make the group become success in the teaching process. So each of the students must participate based on their background knowledge and based on their achievement, different achievement. I'm sure that not all of the students can speak English very well, but maybe some students can create by using Canva, for example, and make some videos or presentation to make the PPT or the videos in what will become better. And the last one is is the stimulus interaction. So based on the teaching and the process in the classroom, maybe the teacher asks the students to make some groups, and the students in one group must collaborate together and also with other groups. Not only in one group, but also with other groups. So they have to make discussion in their own groups and with other groups. Okay. Next, we continue. Okay, next. Now, this is I think it's very interesting for the student and also for the teacher, because this is such as a technique for teaching for the teacher that you apply to the classroom for the students. The first one is rally robin. Rally robin is the students will work together with their peers, and they have to they given some questions from the teachers, and one student will ask other students, and also the B students will ask to the A students. So they have to ask each other and also answer each other. The questions given by the teacher. In one group, they will play the activity of learning in pairs. And round robin is such as the teacher will prefer the question to the students, and all of the students will asking by the teacher by routine of the time. So for example, the teacher start from give the question from the teacher with the number 1 station, after that next until the last students. That's called round robin. And this round robin, we'll make some groups also. Now inside outside circle, it is the one of the technique that I have practiced last Monday, last Monday, and it is a very interesting because we can go outside to make the condition of the students, because maybe the circle is bigger if we play it in the classroom. It is better for us to play it outside of the classroom. For example, we have a big field in our school, we can practice. And by this, the teacher have a pieces of paper, for example, based on the text given, the teacher will make some questions in the piece of paper with different questions. For example, 10 questions or for one text. The teacher also may give some listening comprehension or reading comprehension. Ini bisa dikirimkan teks atau listening comprehension. That the students will read it or listen it first. And after that, if the teacher prepare 10 questions, 10 pieces of questions, it means that the students will consist of 20 students for one round. So the little circle will consist of 10 students, and a bigger circle will consist of 10 students also. So the teacher will give the question, piece of paper from the question for one student, maybe for the students from the circle, small circle. So the small circle students will ask the question to the big circle students. And also, and after that, the teacher also can give some instruction. For example, you can go 3 steps for the right. So they will change the friends, and also the question is changed too.
So like the rapport.
Yes. Job talks. This is such as the teacher will prepare also some question to the students, and the students will give time for a moment to think about the answers, and after that the teacher will give also the time to the students to answer the questions. Now we have together, like we practice in the classroom, it is a way of make the group of the students by number of together. For example, 1 to 6, and then until from 1 to 6. So it will make some groups in the class. And think pair share, it consists of 2 students. 2 students, maybe in the classroom we just the students based on their seat. Yeah. And also this teacher will give one text or one listening comprehension, and after that the students will give time to think with their partner, and after the moment of thinking, the students may not the students must keep silent. They may not talking. Everyone in the classroom may not talking when the time of think. In pair share. After that, the teacher will ask the student to share with their partner. So it is time for talking. So when the teacher put his or her hands up, so nobody talking at the time. So it is a sign. The teacher will give a sign to the students to make a point or place his or her hand, so the student will keep silent. So I think that's all for the information that I got from the previous MGMP. So is there any questions?
Okay. We have an instance. It's really nice. It's really interesting that you have shared with us about 6 kind of collaborative learning. But something that comes in my mind and really I want to ask you. Which group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? Yes. Because in this, it means that in one class they have group 1, 2, 3 with different kind of CL, or I mean it is like different technique in one class. different technique in one class
In the same time.
In the same time.
Yes, that used in the same time. When the MGMP was taught by Philippines.
I mean, when we come
To the classroom, you may use this one.
Oh,
But
this is for only for material.
Yes.
Okay. It's come in my mind that we apply the 6 kind of CL in the same time.
Yeah.
So I think it's
this is because of the teacher to handle the classroom.
okay. After you follow this kind of strategies,
Yes.
which one of these 6 that you have practiced, and which one is you think that it is nice in your classroom?
I think the inside-outside circle is very interesting for the students because they go outside of the classroom and it can make their mind refresh. Yeah. Maybe they are too boring in the classroom, so they can go outside. And also, I have used think page here with the partner. I think it's very useful. That is, the difference is they may not keep when the time of thinking. They may not talking when the time of thinking. It's just the difference. I have practiced 2 often, sign and think page.
Very simple. I think this is kind of like for speaking, right?
Yes, it is speaking, and also speaking. And also it includes reading when the teacher gives the text, or listening when the teacher gives listening.
So we ask them to read a paragraph.
Yes.
And they think about that. And
Yes.
then they share what they have read from that paragraph to the partner.
Yeah, but the teacher also prepare some questions for us. The teacher will give them some questions. They will discuss when the time of share.
Share means that one of the students share each other.
Yes, maybe one student is not same, they have different answers, so they will find a solution which is what the correct answer.
Thank you, Ms. Novi, for the explanation. I would like to share my experience about round robin. I love the name is round robin, but I did the alphabetical race with my students, and it sounds like similar like round robin, all round robin. So each of the students will start with the sentence that end from the